hi, I'm Eva. You guys know I did a Covergirl Outlast foundation review not long ago, and after doing it I actually started looking into why I couldn't find my shade in the store, and I realized that there's only 13 shades. And that's actually one of the larger shade ranges they have in their products. The largest is in one line where they have 40 shades. And it's not good for 40 shades. And also point out, only one of their product lines has that amount. Most sit at like the 10 or less mark, and that's not really okay. Cosmetic companies generally follow the rule of like, you know, be inclusive with your products, don't release darker products later, the general rules of like, be inclusive. And Covergirl is a company that has really marketed their inclusivity since, I think 2012 is when Ellen DeGeneres became a spokesperson for them. Back when we were having the social issue about same-sex marriage and that. I don't know why it was a social issue, but it was one. And they wanted to look very forward and progressive, so they put Ellen there. When we were talking about diversity in Hollywood in 2016, Zendaya became their spokesperson. And then when transgender and gender roles and that conversation started, James Charles became their spokesperson. And you see where I'm getting at here. They tend to market themselves as a very inclusive company, but they don't provide inclusive products. You see what I'm saying here? Like, this isn't right. Now, their 40 shade product here is the True Blend Matte Made. When I looked at it, because I am on the very light side of the spectrum, their lightest is called Light Porcelain, I think, and it has Fair Porcelain, sorry. It has really heavy yellow tones. It's still obviously much darker than what the lightest shade should be in a line. And then when I go down and look at their deepest shade, it's still not dark enough to be inclusive, if you know what I'm saying. Their darkest shade is called Espresso. They have 10 deep shades. They vary in undertone, but like shades of light to dark in that category? No. There's 2 what I would call dark shades in that category, and neither of them are dark enough for a lot of the individuals of whom would want to wear foundation. When I look in their tan category, again, they have a lot of shade variation for undertone, but not shade variation for light to dark in that category. Same with medium, same with light. It seems like they took 4 kind of shades, like darkness to light incrementally, and then changed undertones instead of building up a collection where there'd be something for everyone. And that's in their most inclusive line. In other ones of their products, what was I looking at here? Their compacts have 6 shades. 6. Do you think 6 is inclusive? Because I don't. When I look at their 6 shades, by the way, I don't know if you can see this well, they're all really, really pale. Okay, let's look a little further. Their Covergirl Olay Ageless 3-in-1 has 12 shades. Do you think those 12 shades are gonna be vastly covering a spectrum? No, they're not. They're 100% not. Now, this is a company that thrives on marketing diversity and then does nothing to provide diverse products. I didn't realize that this was actually a common thing. I was walking through the drugstore after I kind of looked into Covergirl because I was picking up some new products, and I started paying attention. Now, I have the issue that I'm generally paler than the makeup I can find, which, I mean, I can highlight and use more concealer really is the options I have there. And I realized on the other side of the spectrum, if you are darker than the shades available, how are you gonna make it darker? Like, I can get concealers go as pale can be. But if you're darker than the darkest shade, how in the hell are you gonna have a shade that matches you? Like, where's the inclusivity there? And these are massive brands that mass produce their products that don't put a lot into quality. So you think that they could, you know, put out an extra 10, 15, 20, 30, maybe an extra 30 shades per product line, but they don't. As I walked through that little area of the store, I started really paying attention to the shades that were available and how small the product lines were. I live in Canada, where we are very culturally diverse, and I live in Edmonton, which is a very culturally diverse city. When I walk down the street, I don't see a bunch of one culture. I see everybody, which means that the store that's in my neighborhood is the feeding store to this area where there's this massive diversity, but only people who fit into this very small box of skin tone can buy the products there. And that doesn't seem right to me. What is it with drugstore products that they can't make light or dark shades, they can only make right in the middle? I'm genuinely curious. If somebody has the answers, please let me know, because this just seems like laziness. Like, you could easily continue a line. I mean, it's 2019, we see every big line that comes out has like 40 shades plus. Like, we like inclusivity, we like having products that'll fit everyone, and even if that doesn't influence you, if you fit into that box of shades, generally people like to see that other people also get to enjoy something. I think that we all would agree that if you're making something and you say, hey, this is a product for beauty, for da-da-da, that it should be inclusive. Anyways, I'm Eva. Please leave a comment down below if you have anything to add, because I don't feel good about this. I really don't. I'm not the one even who's doing the wrong thing here and I feel bad. Please, let me know what your thoughts are. Hit subscribe and I will see you guys next time.